everyone, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we'll be doing yet another day in the life. I know I don't usually do these kinds of videos that often, but the last time I filmed something, after not filming for quite a while, I was trying to get back into routine. And the one thing that I still feel like I'm not quite there yet is my routine. I still feel like I'm out of sorts and everything's just a little bit out of place. So the goal of today, and maybe tomorrow, but I'm hoping for just a one full day of reset, and then we can get back into the swing of things, like actually just going back and do stuff, because I feel like one of the worst or one of the most difficult things about getting back into routine is actually doing it. So yeah, today is going to be another reset day, a little mid-year reset day. So that is what I'm hoping for today. As you guys see behind me, it is a mess, and obviously we also need to talk about the elephant in the room. Now my bookshelf is behind me, which is exciting. I have a new different layout for the living room and I'm loving it so far, but it is not fully finished yet. My bookshelf is not fully completed. It's not fully organized, and I would love to organize it and also have an addition of a little book stack over there, and then we can go ahead, organize the bookshelf and pick out certain books that I want to display more in my little mini shelves over here. But yeah, I want to organize my journaling supply. I want to journal a little bit more. I want to catch up with my Hobonichi, which, speaking of my Hobonichi, I have a new one and I redecorated it. I know I did not film anything when it comes to my Hobonichi because I feel like this could be something I update you once in a while, but not often enough. And I feel like recently it's just been a lot of personal stuff, not a lot of book related things. So I don't know if it's interesting. But I have updated, pretty much, I updated from where I left off that I showed you guys last video. And then now I finished the whole book. My first Hobonichi completed, which is so crazy. And then I moved on to a new one. I picked out a black one and I decorated with all the stickers that I do own. And I really like how it looks like now. I mean, I do like the previous one too, but just getting a new fresh Hobonichi is quite nice. And I want to journal a little bit. I do want to make a couple spread in my reading journal. I have abandoned that for quite a while. I know the last time I talked to you, it might seem like it was last week, but it was actually 2 weeks ago. So yeah, I really want to get back into journaling again. And obviously I also have the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal. I made a couple spread already, but it's not fully done, and I do want to make a couple spread after this as well. Yeah, maybe I want to make the spread today as well. I finally received my yarn, and I have been enjoying crocheting again, and I have made a couple granny squares. I've made 5 already. My goal is to make however many. My goal is to make around 40, 50, and then combine them together, and then combine them with the big one that I have. I do have new colors apparently. I bought different ones. I had thought that they're like the same purple, but as you guys see, not the same purple. So I want to get out and get new yarn, I think. I have a new addition, which is this green, which I find quite cute, but it is not the green that I had envisioned. I'm going to use it because I have now 6 balls of yarn of it. I'm going to incorporate it to the blanket somehow. Other than that, I also bought this the other day. Really want to do this. I don't know how much we're going to do it because today is pretty much about resetting and going back into the swing of things. I also have a book that I would love to finish today, although I'm not sure if it's doable because I am right now, I think 80 pages into the book, and it is 500 pages long, I think. It's called Silver Cloak by L.K. Stephen. I am excited to read it, but yeah, that is pretty much what I'm going to do today. I hope for a very productive day. I'm going to start the vlog off by cleaning and organizing my journaling area. I have been wanting to organize my journaling area and just making it more, to just have a better overview of all the stickers that I have, of all the washi tapes, the papers, because I'm starting a new collection when it comes to my stationery, and it is a paper collection. I bought a couple packs of stickers, not sticker, a couple packs of paper that I still don't know how to organize. Now I'm also expanding my stationery collection to 2 drawers. So yeah, a lot of things to do. But the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull everything out to my coffee table, and then we can see what we have and we can organize, and you guys get to come along with me. And then after that, I think maybe I want to journal a little bit or I want to crochet a little bit. But by then, you guys will know what I'm going to be up to, and hopefully also to get back into reading because I have been out of sorts recently and have not been reading as much. So, one of my goals of today is to get back into reading and actually make a decent progress because I've been sitting on that book for I think 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It's unlike me. I love to read books in one go because it's just like fresh in my mind and I get to like consume it quite fast. So, yeah, that is the goal of today. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. I know it's not my usual content with reading, but I do have some sort of reading content in there. I'm going to talk a little bit more about Silver Cloak a little bit later when I am well into my reset of the day. So yeah, let's go and start organizing my stationery, and I will probably talk to you later. ignore the outfit change that I've been doing today because I think honestly I changed like 4 times, 3 times already today, and it's only 3 p.m. because I think we're in the middle of like a transition period with my weather. Okay, you don't care about this, but the weather has been amazing lately. It's been like raining and it's been cooler because before last week it was like what, almost 40 degrees. Now that it is in the 20s again, I definitely feel so much better in my brain. I can finally think. But I am here not to give you that update, but I am here to give you an update when it comes to the book that I'm reading. I'm currently reading Silver Cloak. Okay, before getting into this, let's talk about what we did so far today. We organized the bookshelf. I feel like right now it's looking much, much better. It's still a mess in here, but I am planning to do a little bit of crocheting in a little bit slash later on tonight. I'm gonna continue slash read from this because I have read probably like 30 pages of this. This book is so interesting, but somehow it's giving me a reading slump. I don't know if it's like a reading slump or I'm just like reading slower or I'm just not in the mood to read or I am currently in a reading slump and this book is not what I needed. I think so far though, the story is quite interesting because we're following our main character Saffron, and I mean I don't know enough to be able to like tell you whether I love it or not, but pretty much this book is about her. Pretty much it started off with this memory of her parents getting killed in her cottage. And the magic system in this book is so fascinating because it started off explaining about her house where the color of her door represents who is at the door, and it was super interesting to see like the changing of the colors and how LK Steven explained how it worked. Pretty much the magic system in this book revolves around pleasure and pain. So any kind of pleasure that you get in your life, like eating chocolate, or if you're into running and you have some kind of like pleasure while doing that, you get to refill your magic reserves, so to say. And same thing with pain. Pleasure increase the quantity of your magic. So like your magic well becomes like bigger and bigger, I guess. But pain increases the quality of it. And I don't know to what extent it means that or what to what extent the quality improves or whatever, but we're pretty much following our main character who her life goal is to get revenge because her parents got killed by an organization called the Blood Moons, and she decided to join Silver Cloak, which is the exact opposite of this organization. And we are now just getting introduced to what they're gonna do. So she's gonna do crazy things to achieve this. She's quite unique as well. I don't think this is a spoiler, but she doesn't really have magic, so to say, but she is immune to it, and it is not that common to be immune to magic. Slash, I feel like nobody is common to magic. Not common, but is immune to magic. So, first of all, our main character is already really interesting. And second of all, the leader, or like the captain of the Silver Cloak, noticed her abilities, and the captain was like, okay, I know your goal is to bring down the Blood Moons, but we have been against them for so long and still no proper like information or evidence or clue in how to bring the Blood Moon organization down. So this captain, she decided to convince Saffron, which obviously did not need convincing, to go undercover into the Blood Moon territory. And in doing that, she needs to pretty much upturn her life from like a noble or like a student in the Silver Cloak Academy all the way down to like she needs to go to prison, go to the gambling grounds, and gamble all her monies until she cannot gamble anything anymore. Then she has to sell herself to the Blood Moon organization. That's how you enter the Blood Moons. So yeah. And interestingly about this story is that Saffron saw a prophecy about her, and it is her kissing this blood moon guy and killing him right after. That is pretty much where I'm at. I mean, not really where I'm at, but where I'm at is where she, for the first time, meeting the guy that she kissed in the prophecy. So it is quite interesting so far. I am really intrigued in where it's going. But like I said, I am in a really, really thick reading slump, slash, I'm just not in the mood to read, or something is going on. So yeah, I really want to get back into it. I'm gonna try and read, I want to say 100 pages by the end of the, not by the end of the month. I want to say I want to read 100 pages by the end of the day. We'll see if I manage, but I am trying my best to get out of this reading slump, and it's quite tough. I'm not gonna put so much pressure on myself because obviously this is just a hobby and it's supposed to be fun, and if it's forced it's not gonna be fun. So yeah, that's my goal. 100 pages a day is definitely doable. I just need to sit down and read, but I'm just so in the mood to do other things other than reading. So maybe we start with that. As you guys saw, I organized my journaling supply. Now I'm so in the mood to journal because I saw my supply and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember all this, but I forgot that I had it. Obviously, now I'm gonna start and use them. I'm gonna keep up with my journal a little bit because I have been neglecting my reading journal for a while. I also wanna, yeah, I don't know what exactly I wanna make in my reading journal, but you will see. And then after that, I really want to do a little bit of Hobonichi setting up. I mean, pretty much I just want to finish up my previous Hobonichi because I have this many pages to write about. Not even, look, this many pages to write about, put like some finishing touches, and just finish the journal. But it's just, I don't want to journal like 2-3 months of my life. Right now I'm not in the mood to do that, so I'm gonna probably do this. I'm gonna do this maybe in my downtime. I don't know if I want to show you guys, but I definitely already did a little bit of my monthly thing. And also today, after cleaning, I decided to go to the print shop, I guess, and get a lot of things printed. Although all these are for the Sisterhood of the Traveling Journal for my friend. So I'm not gonna show you guys just in case she sees this, and I don't think she's gonna see it. But again, I don't wanna risk it. And also, like I said today in the morning, I also want to do a little bit of coloring. So order of business, I'm gonna go journal a little bit. I'm gonna go crochet. I'm gonna read, and then I'm probably gonna color a little bit, read some more, and then at the end of the day, I'm gonna update you with the final update and how the reset is going. I think so far it's going really well. I've definitely organized a lot of things, and I am so ready to get back into routine. So yeah, I'll see you in the outro for a final update. Hello, guys. I am now finally done with all my resetting today. Hopefully, you guys cannot hear Patrick showering with his video on. I'm just gonna put you guys closer to me. I'm just gonna hold this mic. So, honestly, today is probably one of the most tiring day I've ever experienced. After a while, am I crooked? I'm not sure. I think I'm slightly crooked. Ignore that. But since last time I talked to you, I have been reading more of Silver Cloak. Did I do a lot of reading? I don't think I did a lot of reading, but I did read 50 pages, and now it is 10 o'clock. I think I'm just gonna get ready for bed and continue reading in bed. My goal for the night is to read another 50 pages, so I'll be at around halfway mark to this book. I'm gonna continue reading this book in the next vlog as well because I'm actually really enjoying the book, but I think it's not the book that I'm currently in the mood for, because I think right now I'm just in the mood for something light, not too hectic, not too intense, not too dark. But I think Silver Cloak seemed like it can be quite intense. But yeah, what I want to come here to show you before I finish up this vlog is that I made so many granny squares. I think I made about 15 squares, which is so crazy. My goal was to make 18 today, which I just made 15, and I already pre-made two of the magic circle thing, like the center of the granny squares, and I needed to make one more. And I think my wrist has handled enough because I'm going to show you another project. My sister-in-law is having a baby, and I want to make a baby blanket. If you guys know, last year I made a baby blanket. I don't know if I have a picture, but it is like tulip pattern, but I want to do something else different because we know the gender already. I know my sister-in-law really enjoys the color, this color at least. I think, if I'm not wrong, I hope so. But I'm making one huge granny square, and I'm doing quite a bit already. Honestly, this proves to be really fast project. I really thought baby blanket would take longer, and I really love the feeling of this blanket because it is baby wool. And for this, I'm using like acrylic because I'm just gonna be the one like using it mainly. But yeah, a lot of crochet project and also a lot of journaling today. But I did definitely a lot of journaling off camera. Um, Backtracking my book spreads and like my review spreads. And yeah, I still have a bit more to journal when it comes to the book spreads, and I still have a little bit more to do for my Hobonichi to just like round it up, because that's what I did tell you guys, that I want to fully finish it and package it up and then just put it to storage and then fully start my new Hobonichi. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming along and just accompanying me throughout, I don't know, resetting, because I needed desperately that organization for my journaling supply, because you guys saw the state of it. You guys didn't really see it because I semi already took stuff out already. I've been loving the weather because just in the afternoon it rained so hard and it's so windy, and it's slowly but surely feeling more like fall, and it feels very nice to be able to create like a blanket that I will be using throughout the colder months. But yeah, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in my next one. Goodbye.